Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656. Welcome back to Middle-earth, where I'll be playing War of the Ring. In this game that you're about to see, I'm playing PouDaddy, and this is our LoME tournament and actually League Game 1. We had to redo it because there were so many errors that were made in turn 6 of our last game. By me, I'm going to keep that video up, though, because I thought it was fun to watch. So that game didn't count, unfortunately. This game does. So I just played it. You can check the live out. I'll put it in my description of my video. I'm trying a camera setup now. Hopefully you like it. So here we go. We're going to review the game. All right. Turn 1. So I'm free. I have Gandalf Narya as guide, and I have everyone else is normal except Boromir is alternate, just in case. All right, so here we go. I put no one out. I have Riders of Theoden and an Ents in hand. He allocates 2 eyes, again, like the last game. And he gets a 3rd eye with Gandalf. So he passes. Now, my idea here is I want to move last because he has a lot of characters showing. I don't want to give him opportunities to get the chief and then play card, and draw. So my thought is I'm going to get the elves down this turn, and I'll play Riders of Theoden and see what he does. So I'll just walk you through this. So he moves Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. I play Riders of Theoden. He moves towards Lorien. I muster the elves, like I said. You know, he's moving closer to Lorien again, like last game, kind of what he did. I move the elves down again. He moves towards Gondor. That's what I'm seeing here. The Duelan is always cursed in LoME. And with the Fellowship here, he does hit twice. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Really, 2 6s to start. And Smeagol shows up really early. So this goes very much against the lore. So he just meets the Fellowship outside of Rivendell. Moves Gandalf away, says, I'll lead the way. He brings the Balrog in, which moves the elves to war, and the dwarves down. And he gets his elite. So he didn't get the chief this turn, which I'm happy about, but I don't get my 5th die. So I make sure to not make any errors here. I get rid of Gandalf. By the way, I want to thank Silk Road for pointing out that error I made with it. We were playing so quick. I think I still would have won because I was going to push with the Fellowship anyway. Definitely a cool game. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. It doesn't cut anyway. So I get rid of Gandalf's die. So that's correct. It says yes. I just draw Wisdom of Elrond, and they're back again. Fellowship's okay. He allocates 1. Rolls 2 more. And I roll 2 movement and 2 character. So I pass first, see what he does. He activates the Balrog. So I'm thinking about moving first, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. Instead, what I want to do is I want to draw some strategy cards so I can survive this fight with this force out here. I see the Balrog's probably on his way. And also, I might be able to draw Power Too Great or Celeborn. So I draw a strategy card like a Círdan, which is an elf card, but it's playable, but not for the situation. Unfortunately, the elves can't show up there. There is a river, if you look. It goes up the map here in the center. I think. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. So the Southwest Yanklings move, and he moves everyone out, including the Balrog. I also don't have Will of the West to kill him, so it makes sense. I'm with the Fellowship, hoping that I lose Smeagol. He misses. Now Sauron's at war. I could give a rank because I did take all that time to bring the elves down, but I'm not even mustering the elves. So I just decide to move the Fellowship again, and he misses again. Attacks Lorien. Now I'm hoping maybe you'll hit him. Maybe Gollum will get out of here. And he misses again. He would have hit on 4s. So crazy bad luck there. I think it's a 50% roll on 1 die to hit me, and 350% at a miss. I don't know. That's probably 12.5% chance of missing. I could be wrong. So I get mad and say, "Come on, hit him!" And he decides to use the ring, which was smart. to start an attack in Lorien. So I can't bring Galadriel in and start mustering. I decided not to play a card the first turn. My thought is I want to use Confusion when he has more dice than me, which could be now. He gets 1, I get 2 back. Now I decide I want to play Confusion because I want to try to make this force smaller. He does get 1 hit at himself. I'm wrong. I make a statement. I say, you rolled too many. Well, it doesn't matter. It's because he still has the rerolls. He can do that. It's if he had 5 rerolls, he could only roll 4 back. So that's a mistake. Sorry, PouDaddy, for making that comment. So I get 3 back. He gets none. And stops. So that's turn 3, and Smeagol's still leading the way. Like we're flying. We're through Moria. But I'm not going to reveal them. Winds from the West, and I get Grimbjorn. Winds from the West I'm happy to have, because that's a good way to get rid of any kind of BS shadow cards on the table. And if I get Gandalf at some point, I could combo that with the Ents. Fellowship, okay. He allocates 1, rolls 1 more. And now I roll pretty good. I could get Gandalf if Smeagol gets out of the way. So I bring Galadriel in first. This would be a pain in the ass to him. He brings Isengard to war and I'm passing. Now he brings Saruman in. I move the Fellowship. Because now that I see Saruman's in, I can try to lose Gandalf and Smeagol. So he hits. It's a 2. There goes Smeagol. And we shall get it goes on the board. And now he plays Wormtongue. So I'm like, okay, I can see what he's doing. So he could theoretically like attack out into Helm's Deep. I do have his scouts, which is helpful. But it's going to make this force that I have in Edoras just do jack crap. So I think I'm going to prioritize Gandalf here. So I move the Fellowship. He hits. It's a 1 reveal. I think for a while here, I decided to take him anyway because I'm worried I could draw an eye in Moria. So it's an eye. I could have used Galadriel's ability to get rid of it, but I don't want to waste the Galadriel die or ring ability because I've already used a ring at this point. So I say good thing I wasn't a jackass because I could not get Gandalf here. So he decides to bring the chief in, and Gandalf shows up in Fangorn. He plays Phlox to start cycling. All right, best card. He plays Half Orcs and Goblin Men on the on Lorien. So I know Gandalf is here, so his die was never useful. I do get Galadriel's die, which I remember to pick up here. I draw Wizard Staff now, and I draw Help Unlooked For, so I get rid of Wizard Staff. I know with the new setup you can't see the cards on the top. Sorry about that. If you think my face is too big, I'm sorry. I can always shrink it. Let me know what your thoughts are of the setup later on. So he allocates 1 eye. Fellowship okay rolls 1 more. And I roll a great roll. So this is great. So I decide I could muster in Lorien. But I think about it, I don't want to deal with that force with the Balrog. So I'm going to get rid of the Balrog here. So bye, Balrog. He thanks and decides to play Lord of the Elven Rings, so he can cycle. Knife of the Fellowship. I could have mustered in Lorien. But my thought is now I can just rush the Fellowship. My health is really good. I have a lot of like movement showing. So this is what I'm thinking here. He plays Candles as Corpses. I'm like, ugh, it's going to be bad. I only get to 1 hit, which I'm very grateful for because that's usually going to be a rough, that card. So I go up 1. I'm at 1 corruption. And the Fellowship says, we're getting the hell out of here. So we're moving. He might play Phlox here. He doesn't. And he rolls a 1 and 2 and a 4. So I laugh. He should have used Phlox. I don't know if Phlox works in the reroll. Ooh, it does. It does work on the reroll. It says it on the card. You probably can't see it, which is fine. So anyway, he decides to move leadership all on Lorien. I could muster here with that with the Will of the West. But I just moved the Fellowship. I'm just going to run. He plays Phlox here, and it does hit, but he would have hit without Phlox. And it's a 1 reveal. So there we go. We're off. After he's fighting Yurika, I was kind of sad about this because I was going to say, okay, I'm just going to hide, and the Will of the West I'm going to use to muster and Lorien. But so here we go, round 1. So hopefully I can survive. I don't have a heroic death. I don't have anything I can really play here. I have no quarter, so I can card because Galadriel's in the battle. So I do play Help Unlooked For. He plays Balrog. The Balrog in death gets 2 hits. So maybe that was his rage from behind the grave. He goes and blows smoke at them. That hurts. So he gets 2. He gets 2 more. I think that kills him in 1 round. I get 2 back. So that was rough. So I don't think the muster would have even helped either. So anyway, I pass. He plays New Powers Rising. Now I'm like, okay, I gotta pivot. So I use the Will of the West as an army movement. So I move into Westamnet, and I move these guys here to block nothing. We're so used to doing it. Just do it at this point. He draws a strategy card. I pass. And now, because I'm trying to see if he's going to attack into Helm's, towards Helm's Deep, but instead he just reinforces by using the voice ability. And I use this to hide. So I can move right away next turn if needed. Or I can muster for its turn because he just played, he just attacked. So I'm going to play my Scouts with no card. So we're out of there. I do have Ents, so I could play Ents as well. Anyway, let me talk about what I drew. I just drew We Prove the Swifter, a 3 day and a night. And the Balrog leaves. He allocates 1, rolls 1 more. That's a horrible roll. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I need to get those guys into Helm's Deep right away. That's priority. Priority 2 is I want to get into Mordor this turn. But also, there's a chance that I could kill Saruman. So that's my priority order. So I'm going to move right. I'm going to move those guys in using the army. There they go. I leave 1 behind. I could have theoretically put him in Edoras instead. But instead I just moved the guy from Iron Hills in. Even though they're not at war in the east, nothing is useful. They're just having a barbecue over here. They don't care about the war. It's fine. So anyway, he decides to, because he has all these Palantirs showing, he's just going to cycle cards on me with those 3 Palantirs. So he moves the Nazgul around. And I can see that he's going, based on this, he's doing an attack on Rohan. And he could also be going Gondor. So I can see he wants his 10 points here. With the Fellowship, I'm hit. It's a 3. It's up to get revealed here. So I random, and I draw Boromir. So unfortunately, because this is the alternate Boromir, I only lose, instead of losing 1 HP, he's only worth 1. So I take 2. And he doesn't escape because he's not the guide ability. So he's dead. So we confirm it because we're trying to make sure our rules are correct. He plays Falcon Deep on me and draws a 1, which is best case scenario for him. Best case scenario actually might be if he drew a 1 reveal. And he draws Mary, which is best scenario for me. So he moves 2, 1. So I put him in the Gilead. And now I move Fellowship again. And he hits. And it's another 1, so I'm going to take the Corruption. It's scary for me that my Corruption is going high. Because I've been taking it. I haven't been randoming much, except for the other thing. So he plays Captain of Despair. So now my thought is, I don't want him to cruel weather me. So I'm going to bring in Elrond here. So that I can go last. So I'd let him go. So he plays Shadow Lengthens to make that army bigger. And then he reinforces Orthanc. which I'm like, oh, damn. But I can still get it. I can still do it. So he attacks Westamnet. No card. I play Confusion. I think, well, there's a chance he could roll once, and I could down that army because I'm not gonna win this combat. And he slaughters me. No ones, and I don't hit back. So oh well. And because Wormtongue's in play, I can't. Rohan's still fine. It won't go to war. So I pass again. This time he decides to take Edoras and fold. And now I decide to. I couldn't with the Fellowship, but I don't want to move for no reason. So instead, I play the Ents now, hoping to get 3. I get none. And I play Winston the West, scared of Captain Despair. That's the worst card. That's got to go. Then I use Elrond to take back the dice so I can go last. This is nice. That's right. That's the best play you could possibly do in order to prevent cruel weather without tokens, right? I play Nazgul Strike. He hits on 4s. And he misses. Bad luck. Say a few. His effing game could have been bad, I say. So I think, and now I'm thinking about, like, I say question here. And my thought is, what am I going to do? I'm not going to use a ring to draw a character card, and these cards are not going to really that helpful. I mean, I could separate the companions out of the Fellowship, but at this point, I want to keep them all. So I'm thinking about We Prove the Swifter, but the issue is, if I play We Prove the Swifter on Mary, and he goes running, he can only go 3 with We Prove the Swifter because it only adds 1. So I can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So I ask, if I go to Edoras, can I wake it up? I can also move Aragorn or Gandalf in, but I don't want to have Gandalf die. So I decided instead just to move him to Druidane Forest. All right, turn 6. I'm in Mordor. I draw King Brand and another Ents. I declare the Hunt pool looks pretty good right now. Let's take a look at it. 4 eyes in the pool. Most of these are reveals. PouDaddy says no tough game for Shadow. Master Fellowship is okay. I'm in. Allocates 1, rolls 1 more, and I roll a lot of Palantirs, but I have cards I can play. So with the Fellowship first, it's a 0 reveal. He decides to play Morgul Wound here, up 1. Now I hide with the Palantir because I could use the muster to muster. He plays Palantir of Orthanc. I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to give him a ring here. So I'm going to look for cards that can help me. So I'm drawing character cards. So I get Smeagol helps Knight's Master. Attacks Helm's Deep. And they go under siege. I play Ents here because there's a way I could take out Saruman. That'd be great if I can get 3 hits. You could argue I could use this in combat instead. I got 2, and I put Smeagol in the pool. My thought was I wanted to get Smeagol in. Changes the Witch King. And I draw another character card, so I get Athelis. And I plays Grant. So if I had that Ents, this could help in this combat. So I can't card first round. This is dangerous for him because he has 10 HP and I have 7. Plays Become to Kill with 1 hit. I hit back with 3. So now the HP is only, I have 4 plus 2, 6 to 7. As opposed to gets 1 more. 5 to 7, round 2. I play a Shield Wall here. And he plays Ezra Battle. I could have played that Ents card. He gets 2. I get 4. Sorry, I get 5 because of the Desperate Battle. And if I had that card here, then that would have killed him, for the record. In last round, no card. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, I didn't mean to spoil it. He gets 1 attack, 1 hit, and I get only 1 back. I just needed 2. So I'm thinking a sortie here, but I also think I'm doing okay militarily, and I don't want to get greedy and give him a ring. So I want to save a ring in case I need it. So I pass. He moves his people around, his Nazgul around, just to get away from getting killed. I decide to move Gondor down because I see he's going there. And he moves the mouth in using a ring. I was so confused by that. So now he's got his full set of dice. And I draw There's Another Way in Imrahil of Dol Amroth. Allocates an eye, rolls 2 more. And I roll Elrond as an eye. And I start going. And he decided we're going to keep it, but he had lore active, so he can change one of his dice. So he decides to take an eye out of the and change it to a character. That's what he does. So I don't know if that's how it works. He says it does. I believe him. So it's okay. And it's our game. It's a game. All right, so somebody plays Orc Patrol and draws an eye, which I'm like, thank God. I mean, the chances were high it was going to be an eye anyway, because there was 4 eyes in there. So I'm grateful for this. Thank you for that eye draw. I appreciate it, PouDaddy. Now I decide I'm going to move. So I move, and I get the -1, which was to be at 4. PouDaddy starts getting mad. I totally understand. Now he puts the red 3 in. Theoretically, I should get that next because I just put that column tile in the pool. But he pulled the eye. So move the Fellowship again because even if it's an eye, it's a 4 reveal. And I'll take Strider at that point. So it is an eye. So I take the... I just kill him. And take 1 corruption. And he plays Rage of the Dungeon Link, so I know he's going for HD again. And I said hide the Fellowship to keep it safe. And now I'm going to just watch to see what he does. So let's see what he does. So he starts by mustering an elite and Orthanc. I pass. He condenses out. I pass again. He moves everyone into Helm's Deep and moves towards Gilead. I pass because I want him to attack Gondor so that I can muster up in Minas Tirith. Attacks Helm's Deep with a Great Host. He gets 1. I get 3. So I have to check to make sure that the casualties work because sometimes people do the Great Host before doing the casualties. He did it, so thank you. So he's got 1 more to kill. He presses with an Onslaught. I'm not going to play any cards. Because what do I have for cards anyway? Shield Wall, not going to help. And I want to use that for here. I just want to protect Gondor. That's my goal at this point. So he does take Helm's Deep. And now Rohan has fallen. All right, I play Emerald of Lamroth here because I can use a card. I want to make sure I have a lot of cards. Attacks his Gilead with no card. Knight of Don't card. He gets 1. And he presses, and I retreat into Minas Tirith. So I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to win this game, but you never know with War of the Ring. So I don't get that Elrond die back, so I get rid of it. I draw Thranduil and Mirror of Galadriel, which is Heroic Death. Fellowship okay, he allocates 3 eyes. Rolls no more. And I roll plenty of movement. And the Southlands and Eastlings are not war, so I'm not worried about Day Without Dawn. Move the Fellowship. It's an eye. So 3 reveal. I lose Legolas. Puts me at 6. And it's going to be hard for him. So I see Hill Trolls. I'm happy to see that. That means that he can't play another character card on me. Like Shelob or something. So he decides to Hill Trolls up into his Gilead. I had the Fellowship. He thinks for a while. Says he's pretty screwed and draws a character card. Now I'm going to move the Fellowship to see if I can win. If he draws a 3, this one, then I can take everyone. And then I win the next round regardless, unless he puts a red tile on the pool and is able to get We Shall Get It. Because I'm going to move There's Another Way as well. There's a 2 reveal. That's the game. So thank you guys for watching this one. It's a crazy game in terms of luck. Really bad luck on PouDaddy. So PouDaddy goes off. I admit the stats were awful. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. PouDaddy says he's the venting king for this very reason. Anything is bad, you think is bad for you will come back 100 times harder on me. He's F this game. But at least there's no rules errors. So thank you guys for watching. Let me show you the stats so you can see it. Let me put the stats up. Okay. The stats were awful for him. Look at this. -6 on 5s, -2 on 6s. And I had plenty of movement. And this is never good to see. You want to be plus on the hybrids. So, rough game for PouDaddy. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll play our next game soon. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.